Hey everybody, it's Dr. Regan, and I wanted to come on here because I've kind of had some thoughts in my brain and no time to really write it up or make a post or send out an email or do what have you. So I'm just going to come in here and share a little bit. So a couple of times I have been able to have a great conversation. I've even recorded a podcast or two about insurance and how direct primary care is superior for routine care than insurance-based medicine. So when you have the Cadillac insurance, this is kind of where I'm at. So I've had people like, well, I just don't use you guys very much, and we're paying, $105 a month, and I just don't see what the benefit is. And I want to share the benefit. Okay, so a lot of people are on employer paid or employer contributed insurance, and they are having upwards of $300 to $600 per paycheck taken out for their premium portion, and the employer is actually probably paying 50 to 66%, maybe even more of the monthly premium. So if you're paying $600 a month, your employer is likely paying $1,200 a month. So that's for a total per person or per family of $1,800 or more. And I've recently heard that there is an employer paying $3,500 per person for the insurance that they are getting. Okay? So keep that in your brain. All right? So anywhere from, let's say on a conservative basis, $1,000 a month per person on the employer. And as the employee, you're paying $300 to $600 per month on the premium for your insurance. Okay, when you use your insurance and you go to the insurance-based medical practice, you have a copay. Oftentimes there's a co-insurance. There is often a deductible that you have to meet as well. And then there is an out-of-pocket max for the year per person and then per family. Okay, so I'm going to take us back a couple of years when I had an appendectomy, a hospitalization, and had a kiddo that had to go to the ER, and there was a few other things. And so we had the Cadillac insurance provided, okay, through Stormont Vail, my former employer. So we used in-network providers, so Stormont Vail employed physicians. I was paying $680 a month on my portion, and then the employer was paying a large percentage as well. My out-of-pocket copay for my insurance was $1,600, and then I had to pay the anesthesiologist, and then I had to pay the surgeon, and then I had to pay the pathologist, and then I had to pay 20% for imaging, and it added up and added up and added up and added up, and we kept paying and paying and paying. And then the ER was supposed to be a $100 copay, but then you had to pay, imaging, lab, etc. There was a copay that you had to pay for each of those things. And, we were out of pocket about $10,000 at the end of that year. And I'm like, when do we get the max? I had reached mine, but reaching my individual out-of-pocket max did not meet the family out-of-pocket max. So we had to continue to pay. And when I did the math, we would have had to spend $27,000 out of pocket before insurance paid fully. Okay? $27,000 for a premium Cadillac Blue Cross Blue Shield PPO plan. Okay, so we're paying every month, we're paying copays, and then we still have to keep paying. Okay, and that didn't give me excellent care. That didn't guarantee excellent care. What it did is it guaranteed that every time I went in to see my primary care provider, I got to have a 15 or 20-minute conversation with a nurse about my vaccine status, my mammogram status, colonoscopy status, medications, allergies, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then provider would come in and we would get, the 5-minute, hey, how you doing? Yeah, what do you want to do? Okay, do we need to do anything? Nope, you're good. Here's your meds. Have a nice day. See you next year. Okay, so I've done those things. I have been part of that business model. I have stepped out of that business model into direct primary care, functional medicine. So let's play devil's advocate and give you an option. Okay, sorry, dog has to bark every time I'm on live. What we have instead is a high deductible plan. Oftentimes employers can offer this. Your per paycheck is maybe $45 for the family. If it's an individual, it might be $18, $15 per paycheck, okay? You have the ability to contribute to a health savings account, an HSA, as well as probably an FSA if your employer qualifies for one of those cafeteria savings plans. So out-of-pocket max immediately is exponentially lower, okay? Your out-of-pocket is $45 a paycheck. Your employer's out-of-pocket is maybe $55 to $65 out-of-pocket, maybe $80 on the high end. So now instead of spending $1,200 to $1,500 per person per month, we're now spending $100, $150 per month. And then you get to contribute to an HSA. And when you contribute to an HSA, oftentimes the employer can also contribute to that HSA. So you have some pre-tax health savings money. That way, if you need to use it to reach your deductible, should you become ill, you're managed. That high deductible plan generally also includes annual exam, like a well woman exam or annual labs, well child care, just like the Obamacare requires for each insurance type to do, okay? So let's say that's what you're paying per month for your high deductible plan, which will cover catastrophic things, surgeries, cancer, all of those things. You have an out-of-pocket max the same way, and it's often lower than it would be out-of-pocket with the Cadillac PPO plan, or at least equivalent out-of-pocket max. So here you are. You are able to spend less per month on a deductible if you're healthy and don't have a whole lot of specialists to see. You have an out-of-pocket max that you can reach, and it's usually lower per person and per family per year. You have pre-tax money going into a savings account that you can use to pay that instead of spending it, paying this insurance companies to fight and argue and not give you the care that you need, okay? So how often have you gone to your primary care provider or had a problem and you need an MRI or you need lab work, and the insurance decides they don't want to pay for it until you go to 12 weeks worth of physical therapy because, hey, you know, most back pain doesn't require an MRI, and every time we have an MRI doesn't mean you need surgery, so we're just going to statistically measure you against a large number of other people. So your doctor has to sit on hold. They have to do a peer-to-peer evaluation, argue for you to get the care that you need. And then half the time insurance still may say, no, you need to do something else and jump through all these other hoops and spend more money out of your own pocket in order to get the ultimate test that your doctor deems that you need. So me practicing the way I practice, I get to tell you my true thoughts on what you need. I get to exercise the ability to make right decisions without having to jump through hoops and follow some kind of asinine algorithms that are not for your benefit. They're for the benefit of the bottom line of the insurance company. And you get the best care, okay? So you get the things that you need and that you and the doctor have decided are in your best interest. And so here we are with a high deductible plan. You have lowered your out-of-pocket monthly, so you get to choose where that money goes, whether it goes into an HSA account, which I recommend, so that you can use pre-tax money to pay your monthly membership to see me, so you don't even feel the pain. You don't hurt from it. And you're still spending less per month than you were on your premium for your expensive insurance that you may or may not use anyway. So this is the thing that gets me. I can't afford to pay $105 a month to see you. It just doesn't make sense. I never see you. When you are paying $600 or $800 a month on that Cadillac insurance plan that you don't use, okay? Except for when you go to that doctor once a year, and then you have to argue with the doctor because you have a condition that they want to see you every 3 months, because guess what? That's the only way that they get paid from your insurance, is if you go in and see them. Think about it. Do the math. I am far more valuable because when you pay me, you get me. You don't have to go through a whole bunch of hoops. You have my number. You can text me, you can call me, you can email me. And if you need to see me, if you need to come in, guess what? I'll come in and see you. We also get to live and exist together, so we have wonderful boundaries. If it's not an emergency, we don't have to come in for an emergency. If you need to see me and if I need to readjust my schedule and I can, I will. It's a beautiful relationship where we get to sit and chat and talk about you and what's going on in your life and how important things are for you. And I'm not dictated by the 6-minute rule that insurance wants, where you need to see 10 patients an hour in order to be able to make up the money that you need. Guess what? I'm not making what I was when I was employed by an insurance-based care system, okay? I'm making 1/3 of what I made, and you know what? I'm happier for it, and I'm thrilled to be doing it, and I know that I am worth more, and I will continue to seek ways so that I can be compensated appropriately. But at the same time, I want you, as my patients, to get the best possible care out there. And so I continue to work and I continue to learn and I continue to try to implement ways and strategies to create the best outcomes for my patients. And in general, I believe we do so. So again, this is a little rant. It's been kind of on the tip of my brain, tip of my tongue for a while. Resourcefulness is really important. Where you find value, you will place your resources. And I want to be able to show the value that we provide here for primary care. And when you see me for functional medicine, my goal is that we get you well. And that's why we hit it hard and we hit it fast. And it is a lot of money up front, but you know what? If we can get you straightened out now, we can create healthy life, a longer health span for you. Instead of just making you live longer on a whole bunch of drugs that aren't going to serve you, that are just going to create side effects and kill your kidneys, kill your liver, create hormone disruption so you now have diabetes on top of your hypertension and high cholesterol. If we can get those things fixed and straightened out, you know what? You're going to do better and you're going to be happier and you're not going to need a doctor every month. You're not going to have to be a slave to the sick care system where they need to see you every 3 months to make sure that they've titrated up your medications to the top possible dosing. Oh, you know what? Yep, we need to balance this side effect with another drug, so let's do that. That's not the game. I'm not anti-medicine. I'm not anti-drug. I'm not anti-anything. I am rational, thought-based care providing. And I want to advocate for you, and I want to teach you how to advocate for yourself so that you get the best possible care. I left that system because it's broken. Traditional medicine is kind of ringing the death knell of their bell. They know it's coming, and so they're going to fight tooth and nail to say how bad the care is in a direct primary care, that it's not regulated. Bull. We all have medical licenses. We all have to maintain those. We have to practice safely within our scope and using evidence-based. And all of what I do is evidence-based. I have evidence. I can provide you the bibliography. So I'm here for you. I'm here for the patient. I am here to create a relationship with my patients that you feel comfortable with, that you know that you're seen, that you know that you're heard, and you know that the care plan moving forward between you and me and anybody you invite into the denomination or the conversation, those decisions are being made for your best interest. And so that's what I'm here for. I'm here for the best care for my patient. I am not here to nickel and dime anybody. I am not here to line the pockets of a CEO of an insurance company that gets to take their top performers to secret islands that, have so many questionable practices. I am here to help you keep your money. I am here to teach you how to make reasonable decisions and how to be resourceful and how to spread your healthcare dollar so that you're actually getting healthy and not staying sick. So if you have questions, please tell me, reach out, give me a chance to have a conversation if you're not sure if this is the right kind of practice for you. It's growing. People are learning. They want this. They want to have a sit down with their provider. They want to be able to hang out on the couch, have a talk about their day, let out some of those things that they can't talk about anywhere else. And half the time, that's the battle. You need a place to be heard. You need a sounding board. You need somebody to tell you that it's okay, that you can do this, that it's not all in your head, that we can find what is the problem, the root cause of what's going on with you. I am thrilled to be meeting more like-minded providers. I am thrilled to be able to expand my network of knowledge and specialists. I am 100% here to create a collective community of like-minded providers so that we can provide the best care for people around us. And if we can spread the message, this will grow like wildfire. And I want you to be on this side of it where you get to maximize your health potential. So I'm here for it. If you're here for it too, and you want help, or if you don't know how to do it, please reach out. The number's on the Facebook page. It's at our website, wholehealthmhk.com. I'm here to help guide you in whatever way that I can. And again, I want you to be motivated to be well. I can't do more work than you're willing to do for yourself. So if you just want somebody to do it all for you, probably not the right place for you. But if you want a teammate, if you want a guide, if you want somebody with some wisdom and knowledge and who's willing to listen to what you've learned about yourself, this is a good fit, because I believe you are the best expert in yourself that exists. I'm only here to kind of show you the way with what I know. So there are a couple of my soapboxes. Thanks for listening. Share it around. If people have questions, if they don't know what we do, that's what I do. All right. I love you guys. And I am here to be an advocate for you. Go out, have a wonderful weekend, seize the day.